Hola and namaste. This is Kathy with Unitas Yoga and Therapeutics. I wanted to post a video since I'm not having my gentle yoga class tomorrow night. And this sequence that I'll be teaching you will be specifically to target your low back and your entire back. It's a pretty simple sequence, but I think you'll find that if you're experiencing any type of lower back discomfort, that this will help a lot. And it's only 20 to 30 minutes. We're gonna start with the MR ball. We've been using these in pretty much all of my classes now. I've been incorporating these into them. It is a specific ball for myofascial release. It is mymrball.com. If you want to order one, they're not available on Amazon. With shipping, they cost $16. So anyway, so you'll start with this ball under your hips, under the sacrum specifically. If you don't have one of these balls, you can use a folded up towel, hand towel, and that will serve to help float the pelvis up, and this helps to decompress the lumbar spine. But I do encourage you to get one of these. My students are loving them, and it has it was written in the book by Donna Farhi and Layla Stewart, Pathways to a Centered Body, that they did a study with people that have low back pain that practiced constructive rest pose, which is the pose I'm about to show you, for 15 minutes a day, twice a day, either on the ball or off the ball. There's about 5 different variations that I've been teaching of this pose that greatly reduced low back pain. So just this one simple movement can help a lot. And I think right now we live in a culture where sometimes more seems to be, people want to do more. They want to, exercise more. They want to go harder. They got to strengthen the abs harder, things like that. And sometimes less is more. Sometimes we need to cool it and just learn how to relax and to breathe and to slow down and to allow our muscles some time and space. And that's one of my core teachings that I teach pretty much in all of my classes, is creating a sense of spaciousness within, so that you give yourself time to just be in the experience of being human. And this allows your body to relax and release into softness. So, and here we go. So you'll lie down. You can use a blanket for your head if you'd like. Fireplace is optional. And you'll lie on your mat and take your MR ball or your folded towel, and you'll lift your hips and you put it right up under the sacrum. So not up in the low back up here where it's curved, but right at the base of the spine at the sacrum. And then you lie down with the knees bent, arms are down by the sides, and then you close your eyes and you just start to breathe. I teach the diaphragmatic breathing to begin all of my classes because this helps to stimulate the diaphragm as well as to get a deeper inhalation. And that breath is done with an inhale through the nose and an exhale out through the mouth, like you're trying to blow past a candle but not blow it out. So it's a long, deep exhalation. And it's actually recommended that you do this for 10 to 15 breaths at the start of your yoga practice to help get the diaphragm working and online properly. Because sometimes we hold so much tension in our abdomen that the diaphragm can't really properly expand. So even if you just practice this movement here on the ball or a towel with the diaphragmatic breath, you'll be doing yourself a big favor. So as you rest down into the ball, what a lot of my students have been telling me is that they feel like there's a lot of rocking and shaking. And so what happens is your body's trying to figure out where center is, and it's learning how to just drop down into gravity. So let gravity take over. Let your mind relax, close the eyes, and then just begin the breath process. With every exhale, allow the weight of the body to drop down into the earth. Imagine that you're becoming as vast and wide as the ocean is. Relax the skin. Follow the breath. What you'll notice as you're breathing in through the nose and blowing out through the mouth is that the inhalation slowly becomes deeper, and you'll begin to notice that the ribs begin to expand out more on the inhalation, which is a sign that you're breathing more deeply. So at this point, I would put the video on pause and maybe set a timer on your phone for 5 to 10 to up to 15 minutes. And then do this practice, and then once you're done, you'll take the ball out and you'll just lie down and stretch your legs out and see if you have less tension in the low back with lying legs straight. It's been really neat to see many of my students, and myself included, because I was a low back pain sufferer, not so much anymore. I still have back pain at times. But I did have an L4, L5 fusion due to a spinal deformity. This ball has been such a blessing to so many students. It's helping a lot. So before you do your practice, lie down and see how your back feels, and then begin your practice. All right, so we'll move on. So the next pose would be just lying onto the mat. And we'll do a full body stretch, stretch out, fingertips to toes, 3 or 4 times. You can continue breathing out through your mouth as long as you feel like it, as long as you stay anchored to your breath. And then you'll exhale, bring the right knee into the chest and just hug the knee. Inhale, you'll take the knee away from you. Exhale, slowly bring it in. And explore movement within the hip joint. Inhaling, notice my elbows are straight. Exhaling, coming in. Inhaling away, exhaling in. And then slide the fingers behind the knee and inhale, straighten the leg, pull the toes, stretch the toes. Exhale, hug. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, pull the thigh away as much as you can, straighten, spread the toes. Exhale, hug it in. Keep the upper body relaxed. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, vary the position of your foot, pointing the toes, flexing the foot. Exhaling in. And then return full body stretch. It's an inhalation, stretching all the way out. Exhale into the chest, left leg. Inhaling, move the thigh away. Exhaling in. Inhaling away. Exhaling back in. Explore the movement of the hip. Inhaling out. Exhaling in. And then slide the fingers behind. As you inhale, take the leg up. Exhale, hug it back in. Inhale up, point the toes. Exhale back in. It's a great way to warm up the hamstrings. Exhale in. Keep softening the throat, softening the neck and shoulders and the eyes. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, pointing the toes from time to time, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, Full body stretch, arms back up overhead. And then take both knees in and then just rock and roll a bit on the sacrum. And then change directions. And then we'll move right into the bent knee twist. So straighten the left leg out and then take the right leg over the thigh. If that feels too far, you can come on top of the thigh or you can come to the inside of the thigh with the right foot. I'm going to go to the outside of the thigh. My left hand goes to my knee. My right arm reaches up and over. And as I exhale, I'm going to twist my body as far as I can to the left. And then I turn my head to gaze out over my right hand. Then I take several deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose, if that's feeling like you've connected with your diaphragm. Otherwise, continue with the diaphragmatic breath. And then I come back up and I pull that leg back in and I stretch out through the hamstring again, relaxing the shoulders down, keeping the eyes soft, forehead skin soft. I bend the left knee and I take the right ankle right to that left knee. And then I'll bend that left leg in and reach up and grab a hold of the knee. Now some people have a difficult time doing this and they kind of come up here or they feel like they want to hold a rope. But an even better way to do this is to just use a wall. So if you're stiff in the hips, hopefully you can see this. You put your foot on a wall and then just press your knee away and use the wall for your stretch. And you can scoot a little closer to get a more of a stretch at the hip. So this is a really nice stretch for the hip. Deep breaths. Upper body relax. You want to keep releasing down through the upper body, relaxing the neck. And then you'll come back around, undo, full body stretch, inhalation, and then exhalation, hands come back down and just pause in Shavasana. Notice how you feel. Observe the breath, the body. Let your eyes be open without needing to see anything specific. But just look around for the sake of looking around. As if you are a baby seeing things for the first time. That's the essence of beginner mind. So as you begin to take on a yoga practice, some of these qualities, beginner mind, non-judgment, patience, they start to permeate your life. So let's go to the left side. So we're going to go right into the bent knee twist. So the right leg goes straight, left leg goes across. Right hand goes to the knee, left arm comes out, and I give a nice twist. Now, one thing I want to point out, since it's a better angle, is right here at the lumbar spine. What you want the spine to be doing is to be arcing in. Okay, you don't want to be letting that low back compress and round. So it's already naturally doing that as you're twisting, but you can enhance that movement a little bit by pulling it in just a little bit. Not like accentuating like severe arching, but just a little bit. And then turn your head gently to gaze up towards your left hand. And then continue with the breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth or out through the nose. Pay attention to the ribs and the abdomen and notice how the breath is moving in the body and how the body is receiving the breath. And then we'll come back and we'll go right into eye of the needle. Okay, so you know the modification. So I like to always lift my head up and lengthen the back of my neck out as I do that pose. And one way to deepen the stretch is to take the forearm to the knee, hand to the knee, and gently press the knee away as I draw the ankle down towards, the left ankle down towards my right hip. Relax the mind. And then I'll release my right leg down and I'll do the hamstring stretch one more time. It's okay if you go out of order sometimes. You know, I think as long as you stay relatively balanced with the poses. All right, and then we'll take both feet together. And this is Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle. Maintain the curve of your lumbar spine. So this is, it's easy to let the low back press down, but as you draw the ankles in, arch the back a little bit more and you'll feel more stretch through the inner groins. If that's going okay, just continue to breathe, relax the shoulders. And then release the left leg down, hold the right leg in your foot. You're gonna extend the leg up. And then maintain the curve in your low back, don't let it press down. Reaching up, this is half happy baby. And I like to bend the knee a little bit, straighten the leg, bend the knee. I'm driving the knee down towards my outer shoulder, inhaling up, exhaling, and then release. Both legs in. Notice how the low back wants to compress down. Now create the lumbar curve. Release the right leg down. Maintain the curve as I come up. And then bend the knee. Straighten the legs. It's like you were a baby in a crib. If you're really good, you can get the big toe into your mouth. You can see how the big toe tastes. Feels amazing. And then you'll slowly release the leg down. Full body stretch. Now, the next one is pretty strong movement. It's very good for the discs, the disc space. So you'll bend both knees up and you'll take your legs over to the side. Now with reclined twists, you want to keep the knees higher up towards the armpit. You never want to have your knees way down here because that puts a lot of pressure on the low back. So if you do a reclined twist at home, make sure your knees are always up at hip height, never below, and if you have low back pain, the higher up they go, the better. And you're pulling the lumbar in. You're not dropping back at the lumbar. So you're pulling that spine in. So deep breaths here, and then I like to rotate my trunk towards the opposite, towards the right, which is today, which is right now. Now I'm going to extend this top leg out, and I reach and grab it. So when you're up here, you should be able to grab your foot, okay? Now you pull the spine in, the lower spine in, and then you start to straighten it. This is not necessarily a feel-good position. I wouldn't call it pain, I would call it intense. So we're stretching deeply the IT band, the hamstring, and we're giving our discs a really nice, healthy squeeze and rotation. Deep breath. Bend the knee, pull the legs back up, and we'll go to the other side. Pulling the legs up high towards the armpit, rotate down. Stay there for several breaths. Just to let the body relax. With every exhale, I can feel that my opposite shoulder is getting a little closer, so just be patient with yourself. And then you'll extend your top leg, which is your left leg. You'll grab your foot. If you say to me, there's no way I'm grabbing my foot, then just use a strap. And then you extend the leg out. Ooh, baby. That is tight to Rama on this side. So I can feel a big difference on my left leg versus my right leg. So you can see I'm keeping a little bend in it. That's fine. No problem, man. Pull the low back in. Left arm out. Deep breaths. One more nice deep breath. One more. And then bend the leg, slowly come back to the center, and then stretch out. Full body stretch. Bend the knees. Rock side to side. Now at this point, I would combine the ab video that I took, gave you the 8-minute ab video, and that would give you about a 30-minute practice. This video is about 21 minutes long, and that does not include my 5 to 10 to 15-minute constructive rest pose. So at this point, you can pull up my ab video, do the ab video, and then return back to your constructive rest position on the ball, the blue ball, www.mymrball.com to order yours. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you enjoyed the video. And namaste. Please come see me sometime. Bye-bye.